I think we are live. Yep, cams are all working. Can you hear me? Can you see me? What's up, Jazz Flounder? What's up, Ben Coombs? I just made a cup of coffee. Gary, Larry, Skyprop, Dennis, Strat CPO, Tone Lives, Gary 3G, Bill, Jay, Papa Blue, Ron, Jimmy, Browns fan, James, Frank, John, Ken, John, Mark, Yeti Matzi, Joey, I gotta catch up, Sassy Cat, what's up, Sassy Cat, Dennis Ellis, Double R Guitar, Thunder Falcon, Kevin Donahue. And, of course, Bill again. Speaker! What's up, buddy? And Jay Schaff and Vince and Tony and Matt and Rico and Majestic PB&J Cat. I've always said world's greatest name. And Rinions and Joey and Christian and Jason and Kinkella and Nelson and Mike and Raymond and Hugh and Andrew and Wendell and Frank C and Kyla Bell and the Hitman and the Sheep and the JB and of course Joe and Mike and Ian and My Knees Hurt and Sailor Mike and like David and like Tactical Six String and Somatic Dust and Tim Thomas and Gary and Jason and Hugh. That's the romper room they should have had. I watched that show for like 3 years, which when you're 4 is most of your life, okay? And never once. Steve never made it to the list. Oh, the agony. Wendell, that's not even a name! Oh, the anger. The bitterness. You think active pickups will fit in the cavity? Well, the pickups will fit. It's whether you can get the battery in the back cavity. That's going to be your trouble spot. The whole getting the battery in there. She never said Ben either, right? You feel my pain, right? I swear to God. Molly Brinley? That's not even a name! Yeah, it sounds like Voltron. I was like, damn it. Well, no, I was looking for Steven. Could be either Steven or Steve. Either way, I would take, it's like Michael or Mike. But you'll take it. If your name is Mike and they said Michael, if your name is Jeff and they say Jeffrey, I think you're good. But no, never Steve, never Steven. The diss was real. Exactly, it was like Timmy, Bobby, Johnny, it's all that. it's playing a little better. I picked it up earlier today, and I was looking at it, and I was like, my God, the action looks really high all of a sudden. And the truss rod was loose, like completely loose. And that I have learned, that is a sign that it just got dry, like really, really dry. And so this was probably in a moister environment. No fret sprout. It's staying under there. I'm not feeling it yet. But yeah, that's a sign. That's a sign you're in a dry environment, right? Because the neck shrinks a little bit and it makes the truss rod loose. And then once the truss rod is loose and it's not pulling back, it starts to pull forward a little bit. I was like, oh my God, that truss rod is loose. And I tightened it down. And what a difference. Just what a massive difference. And you want a little bit of relief, but it was way too relieved. Oh, Coots, that's not good news. I wish you the best of luck, man. Oh, man. Yeah, I wish you a speedy recovery. Is your furnace down in your basement? It is. It used to be a lot louder, but I actually hung some curtains up that act as like a sort of a faux wall, and then if I think it's going to flood, I can just lift them up off the ground a little bit and just get them a little bit off the ground and up on other things. But putting those curtains up really made a difference. So they're gray curtains. Because the gray was the cheapest, quite frankly. And it was neutral, right? It's not going to cast a color, but it actually had a little bit of a green cast coming off of it. I noticed it right away. As soon as I put them up, I was like, oh, that's not going to work. So I just did a white balance check, but it always kind of irked me. And so what I wound up doing was buying shorter ones, much shorter ones that don't go all the way to the ground and block the sound. But they're white, they're bright white. And I hung those in front of them. So there's like actually multiple layers. And I have them all overlapping. The cats love them. When I tell you the cats love the curtains, oh my God. Henri was climbing all the way up to the top and jumping down and going cuckoo. Oh, thanks, Dave. Thanks. Any synth tonight? You know, I can do a little bit on my controller. The Hydrosynth, because I've been fooling around in the Korg Triton a little bit. We can check that out a tiny bit. I put the Hydrosynth over in the synth room on the little desk where it's going to be permanently sort of staying. The problem is that it's not USB run. It needs power to run. So I don't think I can just bring it over here and just plug it into the USB and it's going to power up and it's going to work. I think it either needs batteries or it needs to be plugged in through its AC power. The problem with that is it was kind of a bitch wiring that AC power through that desk. There's a hole and it goes down, but it doesn't go like right through. It's actually cut off and there's a wall in the back of the desk and there's like a back channel. There's like a little like tunnel for the cables to go down. And so I'm trying to like get that down there and then get it through and get it plugged in for the electricity. It's kind of rough to pull it out and get it over here. But I do have my Nectar Panorama T6 here, and I got that hooked up with the Korg. Pick update? I actually do have a pick update. How many picks has Buddy stolen? The yellow pick, hold on. the yellow pick has been found. It was under the desk. A cat knocked it off and then proceeded to knock it right into the bottom of the desk. So I got a birthday coming up this week, Tuesday actually, and I think I'm getting a package on Monday. I've been following that mystery package. I told you it showed up in my spam mail, and I didn't think it was real. But if you follow the tracking number, it actually is legit showing up from Switzerland to the United States. It's already gone through customs in New York. It was last seen down in Brockton, Massachusetts. Oh, Brockton, what a city. And so I think it's scheduled to be delivered on Monday, which should be just in time. So if it's indeed that and it shows up, I will I'll do an unboxing video, enveloping video, and we'll check it out. But this would be completely unexpected, and the first time he sent me something, he tipped me off, but this time it has been a secret. A guitar, perhaps? No, I don't think so. That's probably a bit much. But I suspect that it may be some more picks. Gary says it's real. Oh, wait a second. Gary. Oh, you may have just tipped your hand there, bro. Is that because you had something sent? How would you know it's real? Gary says my mystery package came via a different route too. Okay, all right, so maybe it is. All right. So you're basing this off of experience. I have to put you up on the stand. Gary Davlin. If that is your real name. Wow. You could have bought a made in Mexico Fender for $150 to $250. I've never seen it as low as $150. I have seen $199 and it lasted a nanosecond, and I had like 2 or 3 of the same color, and they wanted $249 for one of them and $199 for the other two, and they were that sage green with a maple neck, the kind of pregnant headstock 90s ones, you know, like late 90s. They have like a satin. They were all satin for a while, with the larger transition style logo. And $199, the sage green. That's a good looking color. But they didn't last all but don't blink. They were gone. $250, I have bought a couple of Mexi Strats for $250, but they were both rough and I returned them. Like one was really rough. That one I was arguing with them. I'm like, you listed it in good condition. How is that even remotely possible? On this guitar, you don't. What you do is you the ball end is on that end, up there. See, that's the ball end. And then it goes down, and then I think you You can cut it like a little short. They probably give you instructions, and then you feed it through a little hole that's on a disc, and then you crank it, and the disc spins around and pulls the string down. And then when you're done, you just release it. Kind of like when you put it in a Fender, right? You don't really lock it in. You just put it in a hole, and then it turns, right? It's the same thing. Puts it in a hole, and then it turns around it. Almost like you ever have a hose wrapper thingy? You know, out in your yard with a crank handle, you know, hose reel, kind of like a hose reel. What do you think about the Boss GT100? You know, I don't know much about it. I have a GT1000, so it's really not on my radar. That GT1000. You know, I don't think. I almost think that the sims in it aren't that great, because when I run it direct, it just sounds sort of meh. But I swear to God, when I run it through my amp, especially when I run it through the Katana, it sounds friggin' awesome. Sounds really, really good. So maybe it's just they don't quite have the tech down when you're going from limited range to full range speakers, right? Like their sims aren't up to the task. Yeah, this stays in tune pretty good. Like all guitars, you know, when you pick it up, it takes a few tunings, right? It's never like instant. Do 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 do. Hold on one sec, guys. I just got to check something real quick. We just go right here. Yeah. I locked out, so they're gonna send me a code. Hold on a sec. Oh. And I'm back. It was nothing. It looked like something that needed my immediate attention, but it was not. And then we say no. And then we are there. And that is all good. And everything's good. Nothing to see here. Nothing to worry about. Still waiting for your FM9. Yeah, they... that FM3 always, I thought, looked pretty good. But I think the 9's got a lot more processing power, right? Now, this is one of those ear guitars. I had it out and nearby, so, you know. I like this guitar. It's nice. So I think you like this low E's out. Is it the A? It sounds in. Why do I even bother? Hold on. Just bring up the tuner. Oh yeah, it's sharp. It's way sharp. They're all a little sharp because I tightened that neck up and it's probably still adjusting up. Yeah, see, they're all just a hair sharp. The thing is, you gotta, like every tuner, you can't bring it down to pitch. You always gotta bring it up to pitch, or you leave slack in the gear. Right? Again. There you go. There we go. That looks good. Oh, yeah. That sounds good. Now we're talking. All right. Yeah, tuner on the software. So, this Monday, I have my my mini Spark Mini video coming out. So we were sort of under a, sort of a keep your mouth shut agreement. But I've had it here for about a week, and my video comes out on Monday. But I think now that it's been announced, and now that the videos are starting to trickle out, I think they're trying to time them out. Mine's Monday. I think I can show it to you. I don't think it's a secret anymore. It's adorbs, and it's got a big radiator on the bottom, and it's got twin speakers in it. And unlike the first one, it's battery powered. Right. So anyway, I have a full review coming out on Monday, and it goes over everything, and we pair it up with the eye thingy and and the tablet, and we get it all going. Beep, Mr. Data. Please enter a fractal encryption code, and then engage, and we get it all going. And I'll say one thing about it. When I had the backing track going, the table was shaking. I was like, this thing puts out a ridiculous amount of bass for such a small unit. And the thing is, it's like, you've seen small things like that can do that. You ever have like the Amazon Echoes, right? It's a tiny little thing, but they build them like super solid. And they put some like little, bunch of speakers and low firing, right? And you're listening to it, you're going, oh my God, that one little thing, right? It sounds pretty damn good. It's like unbelievable. And it's still stereo. It still has a pair of speakers in it too. They angle them a little bit, right? To get more surface area to get the speaker to fit. Plus it gives you stereo separation. So, but yeah, it's got a battery in it, and you can charge it up. I think it takes about 3 hours to go from 0 to full charge, and then it's good for about 8 hours. Yeah, and then the other good thing is that you're decoupled from AC power. So once you charge it up and you decouple it, there's absolutely no noise whatsoever, right? Because it's certainly no 60-cycle Hummer line noise, because you're sort of just away from all that, right? They don't have to worry about filtering it and putting all kinds of stuff to get, right? It's sort of, disengaged from the whole the electricity problem. At least in the States, we have a very high, what do they call that? Electromagnetic interference, relatively speaking to other countries. But they do more volts, right? So it's like they trade off a higher voltage. We do a lower voltage, but we have more EMIs. It's all over the place. No, dual 4. It was actually the first one at dual 4-inch. I think these are 2-inch, and they actually have to move it back so you get more surface area to get them in there. That's pretty cool. It's that radiator on the bottom that makes all the difference, because it blows all these bass frequencies out the bottom, and it's like, wow, huh. Okay. You don't notice it with the guitar because it just doesn't have the frequencies, but when you get the backing track going, right, and now you hear a kick drum and a bass guitar, and you're like, oh my God, that's Now, the other thing is, and this is true, it's facing away from me when I'm shooting the video. So I'm probably hearing more bass, right? Because the high frequencies are not, going towards me, and they're going away from me. But still, it's pretty good. I can't wait to hear I recorded it with an XY recorder, right, to get a nice clean. I don't want to record over USB because I don't think it's like you might as well plug into a VST. You might as well be plugged into bias amp, because it's literally just software. So you want to hear the speakers, you want to hear what it sounds like, and it's like I say, it's surprising. How much are they going me for? I think the list is $219, but I think they're discounting it on the pre-order by like I don't know, $30 or $40 or something like that to start out. You'd have to check their website. I really don't know the pricing, other than I think it's a $219 list. And it's at 10 watts. So can you play a bass guitar through it? Yeah, actually you can. Yeah. You can play a bass through it, as all bass amps, and you can play an acoustic through it as well. Yeah, yeah. And they even say, like in the booklet, They're like, is it safe to play a bass through it? They're like, yeah, it's designed for it. Sure, absolutely. Okay, so my knee hurt says it's $189. Yeah. Yeah, that sounds about right. I think $219 on a $40 discount. Yeah, $40 discount, sure. And here's the thing: is software-wise, compared to the original Spark, it's identical. All the patches I created for the Spark loaded right up in it. It's all the same amps. It's all the same. It's all the same everything. So software-wise, it's the same thing. It's the only difference is the physical size and the addition of a battery. So it's truly portable. Oh, the review. God, the footage I shot for that. Damn. It was, I think I did 3 takes. I think finally you get to the 3rd take, I was feeling pretty good. Because, you get in there and then you start saying, oh, God, you forget specs and, you're all over the place. But I got it down. I shot the last of the footage today, where I did the more live audio, and then just like close-ups of the product to show the features off, and that's it. I'll edit it all up tomorrow, and I'll get it out on Monday morning. No chicken head knobs. No, they kept it simple. In fact, they had to make a decision whether they were going to use like little tiny baby knobs and a whole bunch of them, or fewer knobs in regular size, and they chose the latter. So it's only the knobs you need. A bikini girl presentation. It doubles as a merkin. I don't know who played that MTV song, but I want to guess it was probably like, like Rick Derringer or someone who was like really in with them. It's got this weird thing where he like modulates it like a couple of times, Then it's all of a sudden it's like, and he ends on C. It's kind of this weird. See, it goes in a circle. This chord is the chord you started on. Right. That's the way I remember it. But if you go back and you actually look at it, but I feel like it's the commercial that they show is a little spliced together. I don't remember quite. With the rocket taking off, and those were the days. Oh. The knobs you need, but maybe not the knobs you deserve. So the reason I was listening, I was playing Sledgehammer is it showed back up on my feed again. I remember it's like from a couple of years ago, maybe 2019, 2 years ago, 3 years ago. Harry Styles, it goes into Stern. You know, he's got this like young band, two keyboard players, a guitar player, a bass player, and a drummer. And they do a cover of Sledgehammer, for the first time. And it is friggin' spot on. I was like, damn. They get everything. They get the little, the little opening. I don't know if that's a Sakahashi or whatever they call that. And then they do the, they get the horns. And you realize there's a little organ going on because Peter Gabriel put you'll notice a lot of his tracks, there's a little bit of some Leslie organ going on in the background. He really liked that texture. And the drummer's killing it. The whole band is just killing it. They're so good. And he sounds just friggin' like him. And he goes through they go through the whole tune. And God, it was bringing me back to the college days. That and I would say that in a way I almost kind of liked Big Time better. Big Time has the lyrics for Big Time are so great because it's all this sort of tongue in cheek, self-deprecating, it's really, really good. It's like one of the just like the one of the best 80s tunes. That whole album. Was it So? It really, really good. That's when he was into the two. Then it was Us, right? He was a thing for a little bit, for a hot minute. The 2-word titles. Yeah, you saw that? Yeah, God. Right? It's amazing. Just that was their first time. I mean, I'm sure they've played it before. They had rehearsed it. But that was the first time they'd ever played it publicly. And it was like, wow, that's talent, man. Talent. There could be a Chapman stick on that track. Yeah, it could be. Right? Tony Levin. Yeah, it could be. Yeah. Guitarist Ray Foote, or Fute, was the MTV theme. All right. I'll take your word on that. Oh, the bass line is killer. And you should hear the bass player. He's nailing it. He's nailing it in that that live performance. Just look up Harry Styles, Stern, and Sledgehammer, and it's like, damn, they hit it out of the park. It's so good. It's just perfect. It's again, it's amazing how good his voice matches with the original. Yeah, Games Without Frontiers. That reminds me of my freshman year in high school. Games Without Frontiers. That song was huge. And then after that, it was probably Shock the Monkey, right? The drummer's killing it, right? Yeah. No, that chick, man. She's good. The bass player's killing it, too. The whole band is killing it. They're really good. Yeah, Eddie's favorite albums, yeah. Yeah, Eddie he did a little thing with Tony Levin, right? Didn't he? Wasn't he doing a little thing, I feel? in the late 80s. Something like that. What's up, Dave? Yeah, it's Shock the Monkey night. All right, let me see here. I'll finish my coffee so we can officially move this. And then, let me just put this up here. And put that right there. And we can put this right here. And then we'll just slide this out a little bit. It's my keyboard. Hold on, we'll go to the keyboard cam. Do. Look at that. Your transport controls, you get your wicked pads and your keyboard. Do. All right, so we got nothing going on. Hold on. Can I get a what? And a what? To the what? Let me try not to break everything. All right. That seems to be making sound. Right? All right. So check this out. I was going through these the other day, and I found this flute, right? Right? Kind of sounds Let me make sure this master is up. Right? But then I was thinking, like, isn't it like, right? Something like that. Nice. And then on, that's actually a tricky riff there. I could do it on a different keyboard a little better, but this one's tough. And then the stereo brass. There it is. Two. Anyway, we won't get too crazy into the synths, but I just thought that I thought the flute sound was pretty straight on for Beasties. I did it. Master of the Pan Flute. Sold more records than the Beatles and the Stones combined. Right? Yeah, so hold on, I actually closed that out. Oh, you want to hear some? Okay, hold on. We'll get some weird stuff. I think we already. This is that big analog synth, you know. Anyway. Again, the analog, you know. Problem is I can't see what you're saying because you're off screen. I can bring you. Oh, actually, I can't bring you over there, can I? Maybe something like that. There you go. And then this one's sort of weird. It uses an analog synth to make a series of gongs. Right? But they can get actually kind of musical a little bit. Again, I just think it sounds friggin' awesome. This is the, again, it's all Oberheim. It's a real warm analog. You know, it's so different than anything else I have. And then, all right, I'll show you one more. I'll show you. You can hear one more. Where is it? Oh, which one is it? This one? Mm-hmm. It's kind of a weird. Right. So what it does is it takes a sample, right? It takes a sample and then it filters it like crazy, and then it puts it on a loop, and then because it's going through the filter so crazy, it actually adds tonality where there really isn't, because if there was tonality, it wouldn't sound right, right? So it has to like. Right, it has to, almost has to be like a little bit of like a robotic sound, you know. So you have a tone. You just have to dance now. You just have to dance. Right. You just have to dance now. But if you add another note. You just have to dance. You just have to dance now. Right, they work. You have to dance. You just have to dance now. You just have to dance. You just have to dance now. You just have to dance. You just have to dance now. You just have to dance. You just have to dance now. Right, so again, and that's just one, but it's basically a whole, just, you know, plug-in that does nothing but that. That's just like one, but you get the idea. That can be surprisingly addictive. Where you're sitting there coming up with like little phrases, right? Because you can put anything in there, and it'll just repeat it. And again, it filters it so crazy that it actually kind of turns it into an instrument, right? You've changed, man. Yeah, exactly. You could do like, do you feel like I do, right? Right? But the problem is that unlike a talk box where you can keep it going and make all kinds of things on the fly, you know, that's sort of a sample player. It's like once it's in there, it's sort of in there. It's really based on very old tech from the 80s and I think might even be the 70s, right? The old where you would use a tape. It's not like a Mellotron. It's kind of like a vocoder, but it's like a little different. It's like based on some classic vocoder, probably out of, you know, Europe or something, where it had this crazy filtering, and you can connect everything together, and it gets, you know, weird stuff. So unfortunately, I don't have the Hydra over here, but those are just some VSTs that I use. The vocoder, and then that's the Korg with the more traditional stuff. That Korg is kind of funny because, you know, that's a keyboard that, you know, was probably $1,500 20 years ago, which is like the equivalent of like $2,500 now. And it could fit into like 300 megs. It's like a 300 meg, like they made it into a VST. It's literally the entire keyboard, right? Like all the, like everything that went into it. Because, you know, at the time it felt like over 128 megs expandable to 384 megs of sound. It was like, oh my God, how would you ever use all that, right? Now stuff shows up, it's 200 gigs. I'm out of coffee. You can't hear me. I don't do so much EDM. I do more like Pink Floyd, like, you know, textural stuff like that. That's why I like the pads. Like a lot of the stuff I get is like the real trippy, like long pad stuff, you know. That Hydrosynth is pretty killer. And like that Overheim thing I was just playing there, this synth can't do it. This can do aftertouch, but it can't do polyphonic aftertouch. But I confirmed it's like it can read polyphonic aftertouch. A few of the things out there can. So, you know, it gives it a little bit more expression. It's only a matter of time before I'm buying the deluxe. All right, Coots, good luck, man. We'll be thinking about you. Well, I got a Hydrosynth this week. I can show you what one looks like. We can call one up. The old Hydrosynth. Yeah, right there. This one, right there. I got the mini key one. If you get the desktop one, there's no wheel or mod. There's no wheels. There's no pitch wheel or mod wheel, which that was a deal breaker because I use this to control things from the desk. I use it as a small desktop controller too. So that was very important. It was really between this or like just going all in on this one here, the Deluxe. But it's like 3 times the money. Also, I think only the Explorer and the Deluxe have like a release velocity. There's one extra parameter that the Gen 1 stuff doesn't have. So it's not just... They're 99% similar to the first gen, but there is, I guess, some small difference. But, yeah. I tell you, it sounds amazing. I was going through it this week. God, those sounds so killer in it. Jason said, just got my ear guitar in purple yesterday. Great guitar. Oh, great. Yeah, who else? Did anyone else get a guitar like this? Some people were talking about it last week. The old ear. Do-do-do-do. I tell you, the other thing about the Hydra was a lot of these ones, once they get down below a certain amount, the knobs are plastic. Everything's plastic, right? That's all solid. It's metal. It feels so friggin' good. It's very heavy. The thing is a beast. It belies it is a sturdy little tank. That thing is pretty damn amazing. Buddy, you Chevelle, and of course they forgot the case. Yeah, gotta give them hell. Did they overnight it to you? They did that with my Les Paul Classic, and I called them up, and they're like, "We will." They did. They overnighted it. They did overnight it. It's not string through like a telly. The strings go on the top into the cam. And they wrap right there. I did a whole video on it. I refer you to the video. What's up, Lashy Bear? Got one last week. Having a problem with the 5th and 6th string saying tonight. Gary says he got an ear at Strat style. Quality's excellent. Nice. What plays better, this or the Kramer? Probably this. I really like the neck on this. And I like the fact that it has a neck pickup. And I think it's a little bit flatter fretboard. And it has stainless steel frets. It's almost twice the money, too. Yeah, this is a nice little guitar. Tell you, every time I play it, I like everything about it. Pretty good. Yeah, good looking. Once you get it in tune, it stays in tune. But admittedly, those little screws right there can be a little annoying. Right, you see there's a little Phillips screw in the middle of them. That's how you tighten and loosen the tension. So you got to set the tension. You can use the wrench, but that's, I just use the fingers. It's fine. Do 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 do. Ba ba boom. Yeah, plus this has 24 frets. It's got more frets. It's got more pickups. That's just math, people. So this was the Kramer's $199, and this is $369. That would be $181 better, no? I mean, to check my math on that, but... So Gary, did you get that one we were looking at that had the roasted maple neck? Was that the one you got? We were looking at like a red one. What was that? Remember that? Was that the one you wound up going with? It was like a Strat style. Let me look right here. It is eart guitar. One of these. Yeah, right, yeah, right, yeah. Like that? Is that the one you got? Okay, so you got the NK, not that one. You got the one for $369. Okay, all right. Okay, all right. Just checking. You say it was the NK dash. What do we got here? C3. Bingo. Yeah, right there. Oh, yeah. Oh, geez, Gary, I don't know if I want to show you this, but they seem to have kind of gone on sale. They're showing $295 at a minus 20%. Purple, black, blue, amber. My stripper name will be Amber Flame. Nice. It's really pretty, yeah. I want one of those pink ones. Like the more vintage style with the roasted, you know, it's like the modern vintage. It's got the vintage pastel color. I want it just in time for Easter. Aljon, go. What's up, buddy? We could switch up to something. What do you feel like, Aljon? You feeling Epi? You feeling Kramer? You feeling what are you feeling like, SG? What's up, T. Jackson? Bob saying the Kramer. Frank saying the Kramer SM1. James says go get the Pacer. Max is going for the Epi. BC Rich says the SG. Rion says the Red Kramer. Shaddy saying Epi Custom. Jazz is saying the SG. What does Aljon say? Is he going SG? Is he just gonna like completely flip and go like, I'm calling an audible and going like, you know, LP Classic? Nobody knows. Nobody knows. something SG? Sure. What will it be? He might not have the sound on. But he says Frankie. Ronnie says SG. Within an arm's length is the SG. The SG is within arm's reach. Joe saying white Epi. Nelson's going with the Kramer acoustic. The gold Yamaha. Actually, speaking, the gold Yamaha is in the attic. Seeing a lot for the SG, but it could be the same person over and over again. That tends to be a thing. Oh, the white Epi. Play the synth again. The white Epi is nice. The one that picks you. Haven't played the SG in a bit. I could go SG. What do you think? That one's close. We're about halfway through. See, I can't. I'm trying to lure Aljon into picking a kid. He can't do it. Don't blame him. All right. I'm moving that over there. Stay there. Like that. Okay. And then I can reach around here. Oop. And get this. This is one thing you can't do with a hard case. It's just, grab it and pull the guitar out at your leisure. That's where a soft case. That's where the soft case comes in. All right, now where's my... All right, now before we even start, I just took it out. Which means I got to tune her up. Hoo-wah. I got a tuna. Am I plugged in? I'm not plugged in. Okay. There we go. Oh, we're close. Something like that. What's up, metalhead hippie? It's a Poo Ninja. No, neck isn't dry. It's this is a lighter rosewood compared to like Bobby's. There's some that are lighter. There's some that are darker. This is kind of in the middle. It's a streakier. It actually has been oiled recently. This is the after oiled lug. There he is. SGs are fun. What pick am I using? I'm using one of my DOM amps. That's what we call an overstretched bend. Could see that coming a mile away. Am I using Ernie ball strings on this one? I don't know if I put Ernie balls on this one. That's a good question. I might have. I might have done a restring on this already once, now that you mention it. So in that case, it would be the Ernie ball regular slinkies. Because I only got the super slinkies recently. You know. Where's my THU? Oh, where are you? There you are. No, nothing. Nothing, huh? There you go. Do-do-do-do. There you go. Restrung this one yet? I think I maybe did once. Because I think I broke a string on it. I had to make a decision where I was going to take this off, but I'm going to weigh it up. It's coming up on its 1-year anniversary. On its first birthday, we will remove it. Steve, have you thought of a custom shop, Gibson? Hold on. I'm more than happy with my original collection LP and SG, but a little custom curious, are we? But the historic line, a little historic curious. The price is steep, though. Yeah. Yeah, that's just it, right? And then you wonder, like, is it worth it, right? That little extra bit. And I think for the right guitar, it is. But just to get a custom shop, just for the sake of getting a custom shop, you know, I think the better thing to do is just to find one. You know, like maybe you walk into a store, you know, up on the wall is like some, like, I don't know, 22-year-old SG Supreme in, like, you know, Midnight Blueburst. And you're hemming and hawing. Saying, really? Do I need this? Then you say, maybe I do. Maybe I do. I've never put nylon saddles on a guitar now. I had a guitar that had graphite saddles, though, which were interesting. Solid graphite. But it came that way. I didn't put them on. It has been a year. My picks won't scratch it because I rarely hit the actual pick guard. I don't dig that deep when I hit. I like to use just the tip. Just the tip, and I can tell you it's appreciated. Love my custom shop, Gibson Steve. Come by Nashville and let's hang again. Now you talk. I've been trying to talk my wife. She's like, we need to go on a vacation somewhere. Where should we go? And I've been telling her, I said, we should really go down to Nashville. The flight is pretty short. The town is pretty compact and has a lot of stuff to go to. The food, the nightlife, the drink, everything down there. It's pretty freaking awesome. I said, if I had to guess, I said, and the hotels don't kill you, like some of the other places you can go to. I said, I'm just telling you, we should keep Nashville on the, on the short list. And we'll see. That could be a thing. We might hit Nashville, actually. I don't actually like nylon picks. They're a little too soft for me. Most nylon picks, like real nylon, like the actual material nylon, they tend to be thinner and they tend to be more flexible. And I don't care for them. I like a very rigid pick because that's how I get my attack in my right hand. When the pick is flexible, it doesn't work for my style of playing. I get my flexibility by loosening my grip a little bit and just letting the pick float over the strings, float easily over rough terrain. Oh no, Nashville is fun. You got Hattie B's, you got Prince's, you got Martin's, you got Peg Leg Porker. Oh, the list goes on. There's a lot of fun. You got Monell's. Oh, we can go down the list. Yeah, I agree with that. Nylon's good for strumming and acoustics. Yeah, no, Nashville's a great town. Real great. Really awesome. And, there's a lot compacted into just a couple of streets where there's a lot going on there, right? I mean, like every couple of feet, there's another bar with another band. And, no, it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. It really is sort of like Music Town, USA. No, you rock. Gibson Factory Tours not open to the public these days. Well, I would imagine that with the start of COVID, that probably, put the kibosh on public doors for a while. There is some good eating in Nashville. Real good eating. And really good, like bar, I mean, you can get there's all kinds of craft breweries and stuff like that. How to perfect pinch harmonics? It just probably over time. It was such a thing in the 80s. It's like, it's like if you couldn't pinch, then you're It just wasn't right. You felt a little inferior. What's up, RJ? What's up, Cyanide Junkie? Yeah, I tell you, some of the best musicians, one of the best musicians I ever saw was this street musician in San Francisco. This kid playing jazz guitar, and he had like some big upbeat jazz tune going, and this dude was riffing on that guitar. Oh my God, was this kid good? I was like, his comping. I was like, oh my God, that's unbelievable. I tell you, another guy I saw that was like a real technician was we were in Coronado, right, and over in down in Santiago, and we were out on the island. We're on Coronado, and we went to a restaurant. We were walking down the main strip, and there's restaurants there. They were sort of open, and there was a dude in there. He had a couple of guitars, but he had a classical up at the time, and he was doing like some Sting tune. And oh my God, I was like, oh, this dude's good. This is real good. I mean, you could just tell the talent was like, they had a band at the bar. They were just a regular, fun band. And they had a classical guitar player that was kind of, like a real, serious guy, back at the other hotel. But this dude at this, I think it was like some sort of restaurant bar. Oh my God, that dude, I was like, wow, that's some good playing right there. Really, just both of those guys, it was the feel. They were so natural. The natural feel was just like, oh my God, these guys they're killing it. Steve, is it worth upgrading the pickups in the Mpls Paul? You know what? That's one of the few low-cost guitars. I really like the pickups. I kind of like those. I think they're called not burst buckers, but like pro bursts or something like that. It's a really good sounding pickup. And you could if you just wanted to, but I wouldn't feel the need to. If you want to put something like EMGs and like something totally different, or some like heavy pickup, for a certain sound, sure. But to rip those out and just to put like Gibson burst buckers in it, I don't know that you're going to see that much of an improvement or change in the tone. They're kind of similarly situated, right? I wouldn't feel the need as much. Would feel, like it wasn't enough of a change. And again, they're perfectly competent. There's nothing wrong with those pickups. Without a doubt. You missed a tiny bit of synth action. But I was in the I moved the Hydrosynth over the other place. Thank you, Vinny P. Thank you, buddy. I know. I gotta get. Well, I have a bunch of guitars, RJ, between the mini LP. But now there's no excuse. I have so many strings. I'm like drowning in strings over here. Between the stuff I got from Ernie Ball and all the stuff I got from Gary Davlin, it's like there's no excuse now. I should get that done. And actually, the bottom pickup in it too is dismounted. Right, it popped the spring. So I gotta just put. I have the springs and I have a set of. I have the screws. I'll get that done. That should be it's on the list. I was getting the friggin' synth room done to prepare for all that. God, never ends. glide's a little. He's yelling for the Beretta Special. I think he's a little behind. Oh no, maybe he is lying. Nice. That's the DODYJM patch. I don't think it's in my patch bank because it's not included in the regular version of THU. You need an add-on to make it work. So I don't include it because when I did that once, a dude was like, the patch doesn't even work, bro. You need like an add-on, bro. So I just made sure that you only need the base, not the basic, but you just need the base version of THU to make my patches work. Yeah, that was an octave pedal. I know the cats are on strike. I don't know where the cats are. Nobody's around. To run a pedal board into THU. Absolutely. But when you do that, you have to run a very simple amp or it just turns, right, it's too much, right? You can't have all kinds of crazy effects on in THU and have a crazy pedal board full of effects. But all the effects I tend to use are ones that, like, not reverb or delay, right? Because I don't want that ahead of the signal chain. But anything else, all kinds of mods I've done. I did a video, and I tell you that the difference is so stark, where I did a Carl Martin, like a distortion pedal, and my God, that pedal on and off, it's like night and day, you know. Cats only come in during filming. I had to kick them out. I had to like boot them out of here because they were like bothering me. I'm like, Jesus, I got to get some work done here. has it. The strings if only one will not intonate. Is it a new set? I don't know if you're talking to me or talking to somebody else. Why would THU be fighting me for the harmonics? You sure your input? You sure your input is nice and full? Because I find that when the input is down, the harmonics don't work. It's got to be really, that front end has got to be loaded. So you just got to make sure that you have the gain set. As long as the gain set, it should work. I mean, certain pickups are better at harmonics than others, but as long as you're pumping enough into that front end, it should work. When the front end is a little low, right, you're a little below spec, then yeah, no, the harmonics don't work as well. How's the Hydrosynth? Friggin' awesome. First of all, you don't even realize how many patches are in it. It's got over 500 patches in it. So, and like anything, a lot of them are, meh, right? It's not the style of music that I like. But a lot of them are like, oh my God, this is the greatest thing ever. And it's hard. It's a wavetable synthesizer, which is something I don't have. But it can do FM. Some of its FM sounds are just incredible. So, it's great. But what I really like is I like using this little keyboard controller for that desktop, because then I'm facing the screen. Whenever I use any of the other keyboards, I've always got to turn away. I'm always putting like one hand over. I can't get two hands. Like, I just want it like right in front of me on this little desk. And it's the only place I can put the monitor. And it's where the computer is. So it's just, 50% of the reason I bought it was to use it as a little desktop controller. And a lot of the VSTs, at least, 3 or 4 of them I've tried so far, can actually recognize the polyphonic aftertouch. So it's been pretty cool. I think at some point I'll get a deluxe, maybe if they get in the used market. But I can't wait to see what a Hydrosynth 2 would look like, because the Hydrosynth 1 is amazing. And it's a beast. The thing is, it's so sturdy. And the knobs, everything just feels like so premium for head to toe for a $5.99 synth. Like the Korg is very solid and very sturdy, but everything's plastic, right? And it's even more money. I think that's more like, I think it's a $7.99. I bought it used, but I think new like $7.99. So the Hydrosynth is a couple of $100 cheaper, and it's got a lot of metal. I think the whole bottom is metal, and a lot of the knobs, most of the knobs are metal. It's very premium feeling. So, yeah, it's really, really freaking good. How to get rid of the DI sound in THU? If you're using, that's in your interface. If you're using Focusrite, you open up the Focusrite control or the Scarlett control, and in there, you actually don't need to raise the volume. That's the volume to the headphones, right? And keep that volume at 0. When I play my guitar through here, even though I have it assigned to it, I keep it at 0, right? You only hear the processed sound. You don't hear the... All right, so that's your software, and it could be your hardware. Just make sure you don't have that, right, that DI set to be both. Like in Reaper, you have to set it up that you want to hear it and you don't want to hear the pre. And when you're recording, you have to actually set it to record the out and not the in, or else you just get the DI. Right? So it can be a little tricky. I'm not gonna lie. It can be a little tricky. I don't know how to play jump. I had to play it on the keyboard a little bit, but I'm not set up for it right now. But I never learned it on guitar. Now, what model is your keyboard workstation? So in the synth room, the main one is a Yamaha Modi X8. That's like the piano one. And then for a controller, I use a Novation 61 SL Mark III, which the only reason why I bought it is because they priced it like a Mark II, which is ridiculously cheap. I fell over myself to buy it, and they were kind of angry to sell it to me, but that was the price they posted. I don't know what to tell you, bro. You're posting a price, and I'm here to buy it, and they sold it to me. So that I practically friggin' stole it, like half of what it would sell for used. And so those are the two main controllers, but those are on a keyboard stand off to the side. And then on the desk, I actually have the Hydrosynth. And then on this desk, I use a Panorama T6, which is a 61 key, like, yeah, I'll show it to you here. Like, like that, right there. All right. 61 key keyboard with the pads and the screen and all that stuff, and tracks and all that. And that's a Panorama T6 by Nectar. That's good. It's keys are a little little loud. Not the black keys are fine. That's within normal parameters, right? But the white keys, a little clacky, little clicky clack on the release, on the up. Down, fine. Release, a little noisy. So when you're wearing headphones, it's fine. But when you're like trying to play something delicate, and right, the clack sound is a little annoying. But for the clack sound, it would be a goddamn unicorn at its price point of $299. Nothing else even comes close to it. Just like the Hydrosynth at $599, nothing else even comes close. It really is a bit of a unicorn, right? It stands alone at its price point. You do use a Focusrite, so if you use a Focusrite, open up the Focusrite software and look in there and see if the channel, the analog channel you plugged into, see if that's up, and you can see a meter. If you can, bring it all the way to the bottom. You'll still hear the sound. It's still sending it to the right. It's still going to send it to the software, but you're not hearing the direct audio anymore. Give that a try. That'll do it. Well, the case of the missing pick has been solved. There it is. We got it. It was under the desk. Somebody whacked it down to the floor and then was going crazy and knocked it under and then couldn't get it. And that was the end of that. Well. Actually, that's not the cat that did it. It's her sister. Oh, who's my best kitty? Oh, she's so good. Oh, thanks, Desert Doug. Steve, here's a little something. Thanks for the good times on a Saturday night. Oh, thank you. Thank you. That's a man's pick, baby. What are you doing? Come on, you pooper cat. With your poop butt. And your poop butt. Big stretch. It's a puck pick. It also doubles as a wheel chock. I just love that riff, you know? I tell you one that was a kind of a surprise sleeper pick, part of the Gary Davlin collection, was this one here. This yellow one. And you're saying, like, well, but isn't that the same one as like the orange one or that color? But it's not. The material actually is a little different. I am contemplating, and I shit you not, I am contemplating a clear plexiglass wall case for all the picks, and I'll light them up with LEDs. Oh, I'll do it. Buzz, thank you, buddy. Much appreciated, man. No, I don't think the neck dive down. If anything, it goes back, kind of like the other one. But that's probably more my body shape than anything, you know. Right? Exactly. It's like, put them on the display. You can get, I think you can get one that holds like, they make them for like Matchbox cars and like Pop Funko figures and like all kinds of crazy things that people display. So I was looking on Amazon and I was like, oh, maybe I'll get a little wall display. oh, I'll do it. Exactly. And then they'll be easy to find because they'll always be in the same place. I think it would look badass. I actually have some wall-mountable black lights. I could light them up with black lights, have them all glowing and stuff. Make a plexiglass case. The problem with making a plexiglass case is plexiglass is kind of expensive when you get it in the raw format like that. You know, the ones online are like, made in mass, and they're pretty cheap. I think I can get like a little stair stepper one for like $15 or $20, right? It's just like 4 levels, and you could put them on the levels. Or I could get a wall-mounted one. I think there's some around 25, and really big ones with like door fronts and everything like that, and not a lock, but you know what I'm saying, just like to put them behind a case. And those are like, I want to say $30 or $35. I don't think I could build one that cheap. I think a sheet of plexiglass at Home Depot is pretty expensive, actually. Oh my God, how about a revolving case? I didn't know I needed one until now. like for like a jewelry display, like one that you would use to like show off like watches or rings or something like that, right? It automatically spins around. Oh my God, dude. Yeah, I have a 12-string acoustic. I have an Alvarez. Most underrated pet is a bunny. I love my little bunny. It's so amazing. We have a couple of bunnies, wild bunnies that come. I call them Mr. Bun Buns. And sometimes I'll leave a little bit of like when there's nothing out, I'll leave like a little bit of lettuce out for Mr. Bun Buns. A cylinder case that spins. Yeah, like a carousel. Flip side, what's up? You hear like 1 minute before I'm wrapping up. But I'm so curious to see what's coming on Monday. I haven't. He hasn't said anything to me, and I've been following the thing. It's in the state, so it should be here delivered on Monday, and be very curious to see what is in there. I can only guess. I love them all. I swear to God, I want like one of every one. I love his pick so much. They're just so, I don't know. There's something about a handmade pick. And again, when you get to one like this where you look at it and you think that the material is shaped like that, it's not shaped like that. That curve isn't shaped like that. He cuts out that curve on the back and on the front. The number of hours this guy puts in on these picks, it boggles the mind. You know? So this one would be a little less work. You know, he still has to polish it, but you see what I'm saying? It's like it's not as much as like the drop is more work, right? This one he can take the acrylic and then just drop it on the front. But he still has to polish it, get it all cleaned up. You know, again, you see a material like this, and you're like, oh, he's pulling that out of a bin or something. But it's not. I've seen the actual material. He's got a sheet of it with a bunch of holes cut out of it. It's like clearly it came from that sheet, right? And he cuts out a thing, and then he has to like shape it, and then he's got to polish it and round it and cut a bevel and do all the different points and everything. Guy spends like an hour to 2 hours per pick. Some of those picks are like 3 hours worth of work because the material is so freaking hard. You know, he's wet sanding. Oh my God, the amount of time. It's crazy. That's why it's like I don't even want to play them. I want to like display them. He doesn't have a press. He cuts them out on a bandsaw. You know, he puts he has a template sticker that he uses, right? That he puts on and he peels off. So he traces out on contact paper the shape using a puck that he has, right? And then he cuts it out using a bandsaw, and then he shapes it down to that thing, and then he peels that off, and he starts the rest of it. But he does it on a bandsaw, the initial cut. Go watch a couple of his videos. Hufschmidt Guitars, I think it's plectrums.ch. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. Anyway, we are at 9:02. Am I up tonight? Maybe. The only thing that's working against you is I had to get up super early this morning to do more recording for the Spark mini video because my wife and my daughter were going out to go to a college, walk through and, visit. And a tour. So I had time where it was quiet and, my son was on the second floor. So it was really, really quiet and I had to take advantage of that time. So I was up kind of early today, but we'll see. I did make a fresh pot of coffee not too long ago. So, and there you go. So maybe tonight, we'll see. we'll see. And yeah, the bandsaw, not to be with the trio saw. Exactly, it's the quartet saw. I know they're probably ready to come down. All right, dudes. Thanks to everyone for hanging out. Super mega thanks to anyone who contributed, and of course, massive bro hug to my mod squad. Hashtag mod squad. And there you go. There you have it. I will see you guys at the very least in a week. Stay tuned for my Spark mini video on Monday. And there you go. There you have it. All right. No, you rock. And I'll see you guys next week. And there you go. Have a good one. Later.